Hola. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. We are today Wednesday, July 15, 2020. And for today, we have the second video on the series Deportation to Haiti. Now, before we begin this video, I really would like to have a disclaimer and say that these videos that I'm putting out there as just someone who is giving not advice, but if I were someone who was coming back to a country getting deported, or if I had a family or friend, a relative that was getting back deported, these are probably the steps that I would have tell them to do. And no way, shape, or form are these steps written in the Haitian Constitution, nor are they from a any legal book. So this is absolutely not lawful. These steps that I've written down are steps that are technically from my brain. This is what I would probably advise a friend, a relatives that would ask me any particular questions. I just really wanted to put that out there. This is in no way, shape, or form any type of legal advice that I have taken unto myself to give to any deportee. Okay, let's begin. So the first thing that I've written down is the willingness to want a new chapter. I put the willingness to want a new chapter because in this life in general, anything that you want to do, you're going to have that strength, that inner strength of telling yourself, I really want to start new. I really want to start fresh. If you're going from that, who's writing me? Olina. Sorry. So if you want that, I'm so sorry. That's the very first thing that you're gonna have to put into your mind. Like, even for those of us who want to come back to Haiti, or you just want to do something that it's out of the ordinary to you, you have to have that willingness, that strength. It's kind of like you're taking a risk. Yes, you are coming back to Haiti. Yes, you are getting deported back to Haiti, but listen, it's up to you. Where do you want to fall in the Haitian society? Which way do you want to come? Which way do you want to go? It's a clean slate for you. So the very first thing that I say is the willingness to want a new chapter. If you have this mindset, I guarantee you that 7 to 8 times out of 10, you are going to succeed. Okay. The number 2, I put the strong willpower to succeed in that direction. Let me say it again. The strong willpower to succeed in that direction. Why do I say so? Yes, you have the drive to, okay, you have your mindset. You're like, okay, I'm getting deported back to Haiti. It's cool. But then you have to remember that you're going to face a lot of obstacles. You're going to have challenges. You're going to have barriers. So then what's the next thing? That willpower to continue in that direction that you told yourself, right? I tell myself that I'm coming to Haiti, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. There are many challenges in me coming to Haiti and wanting to do something new, not seeing the steps. But what's keeping me going? That's that willpower, that inner strength that you have inside of you to continue in that particular direction. Okay? Number 3, I put the ability to recreate your narrative. Now, probably if you watched the first video, I talked about me not necessarily advising people to tell other folks that you got deported back to Haiti. In life, as an artist, as someone who creates, I always like to recreate myself. A lot of people ask me, what's your real name? My name is Daisy. That's my real name. Okay, that's what I choose for myself. I'm just that type of a person. Like, call it crazy, call it whatever you want to call, but you can turn the page and you can decide that you are going to start a new, fresh chapter. So it's up to you, right? You come back to Haiti, you get yourself and your mind together, and you decide to recreate your narrative. You decide, this morning I woke up and I was like, how would I want to see myself, in the next year? Like, and I swear to you, I don't have my journal. I would have showed you. I was like, how do you see yourself? Like, what do you see for yourself? And I've wrote down every step of every way that I want to see myself in the next few years, right? This is the same thing that I'm recommended to you. Write it down. Write everything like it's a new life. How would you, if you didn't have this past, what would you have chosen? If you didn't have, like, these chapters in your life, what would you have chosen? So it's the same thing. Nobody can write your life story. Only you have that ability to write your life story. So take a pen, take time for yourself, write your own narrative, and go from there. No one can tell you otherwise. You decide what you want to do with your life. Okay? All right. Number 4. What did I wrote? I said using all of your skills and directed them to a positive route. Now, I know many people in various life paths. The majority of the people who quote unquote chose an unlawful route are freaking intelligent. These people are the epitome of intelligence. So all you need to do really is make a list of the skills that you have, right? And tell yourself, okay, these are the skills that I have. This is what I know how to do. And you're going to take these skills that you have and you're just going to use them into a positive route. Whatever it is, whatever skills that you have that you probably use to do something else, okay? You're going to take that skill and you're going to apply it to a positive route. I mean, I'm saying things and I don't want it to be that you are thinking to yourself that, oh, she's just saying it. It's easier said than done. But it's really easy. Because all you have to do is to take whatever skill. Now, don't let people fool you and to tell you that, oh, you don't have any skills. Whatever landed you in prison is the fact that you use your intelligence, but you just use it to quote unquote commit unlawful things. So that's what you have to do, right? So I put number 5, knowing how and who to connect with. It's very important, guys. It's extremely important to know who to connect with. I do believe that I have a video here on how to network. I do believe that I have I'll try to link it below. If I don't, please go into the playlist. There are so many videos. Look at it. How do you connect? Who do you connect with? Listen, I'm just going to tell you how I would do it. Just because I'm coming back to Haiti. Now, I understand, because even me being here, you want to connect with people who have the same type of background as you. You want to connect with people who have that same lane of life, kind of like you're looking for a community. Because I remember when I first came to Haiti like 10 years ago, I connected with my old classmates, but their narrative and my narrative was not similar because we were not, starting off with the same background, because there were people who had lived in Haiti. I went to school with them, correct? They traveled, but they had not really lived in the United States, nor were the citizens in the United States. So it was a lot easier for me to connect with that type of group of people, right? And along the way, kind of like make sure that, okay, who do I connect with? Who's going in the same lane as me? So it's the same thing that I'm telling you. Now, because you're coming back as a deportee, remember what I said in the first video. Just because you're a deported doesn't mean that the next person that you want to associate with needs to also be a deported person. It could be that that person doesn't have the same vision that you have. It could be that that person is not going in the same route that you have. It could be that that person doesn't have that same willingness and that same drive to move forward that you have. It could be that that person is not willing to recreate themselves and recreate their lives. So then you have a problem, right? Because what happened is that now you become guilty by association. Now it's kind of like, that person, people start looking at you like, how you know all these goddamn motherfuckers like in this country, and start questioning them. There are many people in this country who got deported, but you would never know. They would they would absolutely never tell you that, right? They get married, they live large, you don't know their lives, right? They don't associate with other people that are quote unquote getting deported, right? So it's very, very important, because like I said to you before, everybody doesn't get deported for the same reason. So don't cast yourself into that bracket. Now, it's going to be kind of like a challenge, because you're going to want, especially for those of you who never grew up in Haiti, you don't have a sense and a notion of the country of Haiti, you're going to want to have that support. A lot of you link up in the plane, a lot of you exchange numbers because you're frightened, you don't know who to call, so you don't know if you're going to be able to communicate with people. So a lot of times it is a lot more easier for you to like keep in contact with these individuals. In the future videos, I'm going to try to see if I can find any resources to link for you. Okay, all right. So number 6, I put switching up your language to adjust to your circumstances. Meaning, you got to learn how to switch up your language. Every language is not for, and by language, I don't necessarily mean the English language. I mean the way that you talk. I mean how you present yourself, right? I mean seeing exactly the environment that you're in, right? You have to be very mindful when you are deported, because a lot of times what I am on the impression of what I've seen, I remember years ago, I think it was when I was coming from my contest in Barbados, and my father was picking me up from the airport. He was a little late, so I was just waiting for him, and I had to wait outside. And I saw a couple of guys that were outside of the airport, and they were calling me, they were talking to me, but these guys spoke English extremely well. I'm talking about, they spoke English, but they looked like they were in the streets. So I remember going toward them and talking to them, and then the very first thing I was like, what are you guys doing here? Like, how do you guys talk English? And eventually I realized that these guys were deported back to Haiti, and they were just like on the streets. So you have to always remember that there is a certain people can just differentiate people who lived elsewhere and come back here, because it's kind of like the country is different. So be very mindful as to your language wherever you are, if you are coming and you are deported back to Haiti. All right. So I said number 7, learning the ropes. And these advice that I give to everyone. I even consult like this. Learn the ropes. As a deportee, as I mentioned to you before in the previous video, you become vulnerable. You are kind of like a little bit off balance. For me, right? When you're off balance like that, and you want to gain your balance and you want to gain your composure, the very first thing that I would advise is to stay quiet. Stay quiet and stay observant. Observe. Stay quiet. Be mellow. Don't talk. That's how you're going to learn the ropes. That's how you're going to learn the streets. That's how you're going to learn the country, right? A lot of times you don't want people to like come and start blah 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 in your mind, because people may say things, but life is a matter of perception. I may choose to put these videos out, and these videos might be a very, very different reality to somebody else who's deported back to Haiti. They may look at this video and be like, oh no, this is not gonna work. Life is a matter of perception. So to me, as number 7, when I talk about learning the ropes, I really, really mean to stay quiet. Very, very observant. Looking at how the country is moving. Looking at your environment. Looking at, okay, how can you adapt to your environment? Very, very important. I find that 8 times out of 10, if you are able to stay quiet and learn the ropes and just be very kind of like very observant, you're going to escape a lot of like how do you say piège? How do you say that? Like a lot of like, when people try to like get you, you'll escape that, because you'll be able, oh, it's so dark, it's about to pour and rain. But I had to make this video for you guys, because I promise you, 4 videos. Okay. So yes, so like I said, so you kind of like escape, what people are trying to like, get you into, if you are more observant. Number 8, accepting your failures, yet using them as stepping stone. We, I've made so many failures and so many mistakes in my journey back to Haiti, but each of these mistakes I have used them greatly as a stepping stone, as a learning rope, in order to tell myself, okay, this is not going to work, this is going to work. This is not going to work, this is going to work. You know what I mean? So I counsel you the same way. I counsel you the same way. Accept your failures. Don't look at it like, damn, oh my God. Don't beat yourself up, because society is already doing that for you. You got to be very kind to yourself. Be gentle, even as a man, even as an ex-felon, even as an ex-criminal. It's okay. Be gentle with yourself. Be calm. Be cool. Be collected with yourself. You know what I mean? And accept your failures, but don't trash them, right? Tell yourself, okay, I made this mistake. What can I learn from that? And use that as a stepping stone to go up, okay? Number 9, never ever adjust to your circumstances. Always define the odds. Don't let people tell you what to do. Goes back to number 1. Don't adjust to what the world is telling you. Don't adjust to what society is telling you. Define the odds. Recreate your life. Recreate your narrative. You got it, boo. You got it. You got it. You got it. You got it. Number 10, don't settle. Settling? What? Settling? What? That's not for you. Recreate yourself. Don't settle. Don't listen to people who are telling you that this is it for you, that you cannot create a new life, that you cannot have a clean slate, that you cannot turn the page. It's all a lie. It's all a lie. Every day people recreate their lives. Every day people have a clean slate into life. So don't settle. This is not the end. It's a new beginning. It's a new chapter. If you have that willingness, if you have the strong will, if you can recreate your life, you learn the ropes, you have that drive, that determination, you got every tools at your hands to turn the page. You are a step above some people here in this country, right? You talk a different language. You have the English language. You can become a teacher. You can become a motivational speaker. You can go to all these American schools and become a motivational speaker and talk to young kids about what landed you back to Haiti. You can turn yourself and become an entrepreneur. So now, there's so much that you could do. There's so much that you could like implement into your life. There's so many ways that you could tell yourself, like, what? You come in here, you're getting deported. Like, you had access to other things that people here in Haiti did not have access to. You talk the language. There are a lot of things that there are a lot of career opportunity that you could create for yourself in your lane to make sure that you have a step. Personally, I'll share a little story with you guys. We actually have a family friend who got deported last Tuesday. Okay, I was so shocked when I got wind of it. I was like, whoa, are you serious? That's when I knew, because at first I was like, I was going to do the Deportee series, but then I was like, nah, being a little lazy. But him being back here made me realize the importance of not only the series, but everything that I'm telling you to do. That's what me and him, we've been talking, coaching him, and making sure that he's gonna get back into track. Ladies and gentlemen, I would love to continue with this topic, but unfortunately it's about to rain and I have to go. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the questions, the comments, and stay tuned for the next topic on the deportation series. You have a blessed day.